Testing. Hello, and welcome to hopefully another edutaining episode of Create Simple Meals, where you know we only have 3 rules here. You must have passion, you must have patience, and you must be willing to practice. So today we're going to practice a meal that's great for certain like tailgating, the big game, just family fun night, game night. We're going to do a buttermilk chicken nugget, and I'm going to add a little sauce to it. Just to give a little flair to it. While you're at it, folks, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Hit that notification bell so you know that we're on. Please like and follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to tap into us on TikTok. For this show and our previous shows, please visit createsimplemeals.com. Email me at askme@createsimplemeals.com. Hit that chat button. You can talk directly with me. And please share this video with your friends and family alike. Hey, no, big bro, I just saw your message fly by. He's supposed to come through. I don't know if they're gonna make it or not. I did talk to him earlier, but if they come through, then they can go and try some of this hopefully fabulous food here. All right, so for the recipe, real simple recipe. I've already marinated the chicken because I like to marinate mine overnight. You can do it as short as 2 hours, but I like to do it overnight. So for the marinade, we have some buttermilk, paprika, some garlic powder, black pepper, and kosher salt. So you mix that all together, and you take your chicken breasts, and you want to cut them in about 1.5-inch pieces or so, and then you just mix that all in there. Make sure you massage it real well, and let that sit overnight. Now, what buttermilk does is going to lock in flavor, but it's also going to tenderize the meat with the acidity that's in buttermilk. So I know y'all done seen buttermilk chicken on a million different recipes before, but that's the reason why you soak it. Obviously, the longer you soak it, the more it's going to tenderize it. So let's go ahead and get to that. Now, for the flour, let me move this out my way for right now. The flour is real simple. So I already have here some, oh, hey, Gina, what's going on? I have here already some cornstarch and some flour in there. Now, to that, we're going to add in a little salt and pepper. We're going to add in some onion powder, add in some garlic, and some paprika. Now, if you want to, you can add in some cayenne, but I don't know everybody's heat level tolerance, so I'm not going to do the cayenne today. So you want to mix that all together, get it nice and blended. But I'm going to show y'all what I normally do when I'm doing this. Just go and take this thing and do a shake. Doing but all night through. So you're going to shake that up, and there we have it. Turn this fryer down. That's the alarm letting me know my fryer is at temp. Again, folks, almost 90% of the preparation is done live on set, so y'all can see what goes on. I do some pre-prep stuff, but not much. Now, we're going to go and let that sit for a side. We're going to go ahead to making this sauce. Now for this sauce. This sauce can be used for a whole lot of things. I call it the CSM sticky sauce. We're going to take some hot sauce. We're going to take a little bit of honey, a little bit of molasses. Are you checking? April said she was taking up third time. My bad. Some butter, some garlic powder, a little bit of paprika, salt, and we're going to mix that up. Now, if you want to, you can thicken this up with, it's sitting here. I didn't put it all in there. Good thing I looked, the paprika. If you want to thicken this up, and I might do it towards the end, you can add a cornstarch slurry of a little bit of about equal parts cornstarch and water. So if I do it, it's going to be a 1/4 cup of cornstarch and a 1/4 cup of water, as you saw on the recipe. Now, Boy, I can't wait. I love the summer, but then again, it's like, hey man, this is getting on my nerve. So let's go ahead. We're gonna add in. Now I use Crystal. You can use whatever hot sauce you want. This is one of the few times I will name a brand. But you want a cup of hot sauce. He said a cup. This is a half a cup. That's why I did it twice. Cup of hot sauce. You're gonna do a cup of molasses. I'm sorry, half cup of molasses. Half a cup of honey. I had a big honey in there. I couldn't find it, so I had to open up a new one. And we're going to go ahead and get that to simmering for right now. All right. So for those of you trying to follow along, put that one back up real quick. So there you have it. You have a cup of hot sauce, half a cup of honey, half a cup of molasses. We're about to add, I already have a half a stick of butter in there. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of paprika, and then a little bit of salt, and that's going to do that for there. So let me go ahead and get my teaspoon out. Add in just a little bit of the garlic, a little bit of this paprika. Turn that down. I don't want it to boil, I just want it to simmer. Actually, I'm sorry, it's supposed to be 2 teaspoons of that. And a teaspoon of salt. And that's it, folks. We're going to let this go ahead and simmer. And while that's simmering, we're going to move this out of our way. And we're going to get down with making this chicken. Should have brought me a spoon rest. All right, let's move this out of our way. And let's get to this chicken. Now, for those of you who watched, was a year ago or so, I did a recipe basically copycatting the Popeyes fried chicken. This is basically that same mix for the Popeyes fried chicken. If y'all are a fan of Popeyes, they now do chicken nuggets. And I'm like, you know what? I already got that clone already done. I'm going to go ahead and do the chicken nuggets on this thing. So we're going to take a few of these. And just because I'm lazier than most, I'm just going to drop them in like this. Now, the difference between doing a sandwich and doing the nuggets, if you was doing the sandwich, you actually want to make sure that that flour is getting pressed all on there and get a nice crust. But we ain't doing that. So we just going to shake, rattle, and roll. And then move on over to this fryer. Make sure that temperature is still up. While we do that, check on this sauce. Make sure it ain't scorching. And now we're going to go ahead and get y'all over to the fryer. Hey, Gina, why you say I'm mama's son? Well, I know I'm mama's son, but why am I mama's son? All right, and let's go ahead and drop these on in there. So get your oil to about 350. Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. Get it to about 360. And I'm going to tell you why. Because once you drop that cold chicken in there, it's going to drop down to about 350. Make sure I got the bad thing about putting them in here, you don't know how many pieces you put in, so you're constantly filling around. So get that down to about 360. I thought I switched it. Get that. Talking about the restaurants, yeah. Get that down to about 360, and then once you drop your chicken in there, it's going to go ahead. Let me turn this up. It's going to go ahead and level off to about, turn that down. Ooh. Let y'all see what I'm seeing. That sausage was starting to get jiggy with it. Once you put that chicken there, it is going to bring it down. So like right now, my oil is about 345 because I had it at about 352, 354, and it's going to crash it down. So you definitely want to get your oil just a tad bit hotter than what your frying temperature is, because it is going to start cooling down. So while we waiting for this to fry, because again, one of them super duper duper quick shows, once that gets done frying, we got the sauce, we can go ahead and do a taste test. So while we're waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and fix me a beverage. Now again, and the reason, and I might do a few more what I call tailgating meals, because for those of you that are into sports, and even those you ain't, a lot of us just like to entertain. So for those of you that just like to entertain, you might no, I have not tried Mike's spicy honey. Who's Mike? And when he gets spicy honey, for those that entertain, little things like these chicken nuggets. I have another recipe on the website, my sticky wings that you can do. Similar concept, just a little bit different twist to it. It's more of a teriyaki base. But when you're having a crowd over, you're trying to entertain them, but you also want to entertain the game. Watch the game yourself. You make up a batch of this or get it already made up, and you got one of them tabletop fryers. All you gotta do is keep that oil almost hot and just keep on going back in there and dropping them little by little. That way your day ain't all stressed out cooking chicken for everybody all day. You can enjoy the game and you can feed your guests at the same time. We got about 2 minutes left, and if you're just now tuning in, just to remind you, today we are doing buttermilk chicken nuggets. So we already marinated the chicken nuggets that we had cut into about 1.5-inch pieces. We marinated that some buttermilk, to which we added some paprika, garlic powder, black pepper, and kosher salt. And we marinated that for 24 hours, but you can do as little as 2 hours. And then for our breading, we added some flour, cornstarch, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder. And if you want to, you can add in some cayenne pepper to give it a nice little kick, which my daughter probably gonna come home and like, why you didn't give it a nice little kick? Little bit of salt, and that's your breading. For the sauce, again, real simple and can be used for a variety of things. A cup of hot sauce, your favorite brand, half cup of honey, half cup of molasses, half a stick of butter, and then 2 teaspoons of paprika, teaspoon of salt. And if you want to thicken it up, you can add in a cornstarch slurry, which, you know what? Since we ain't got nothing but time while we waiting here, we got minutes left, let's go ahead and do this cornstarch slurry. So, for the cornstarch, again, you're going to have 1/4 cup of water, which we already have here. And then we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And we're going to make this into a slurry. I'm going to tell you, doing this show, I really appreciate line cooks. Because, you be sitting there trying to do 17 different things. And a lot of us, we be in restaurants, we get mad and start complaining about they taking too long with our food. Man, look, you see what I'm doing for preparing one little meal for one customer. Imagine you have 50 customers. So y'all take it easy on them folks out there. All right, let's turn this back on. I'm going to get this back to a light simmer. I said simmer, not a boil. And then we're going to slowly incorporate this cornstarch slurry. Oh, do I like saying cornstarch? Have I said cornstarch slurry a lot? Or have I said it on a bunch of shows? Turn this down. I'm going to let y'all get a shot of what those look like as it done came out. I'm going to let them drain a little bit. But meanwhile, let me go and continue with my cornstarch slurry, thickening it up. So as you see, it has gotten a whole lot thicker. And as this cools down, it's going to get more thick. To combat that, all you got to do is add a little bit more water into it and thin it out to your liking. Because tomorrow this thing is going to be like a gel. You're going to heat it back up and let it do what it do. Now, let's go ahead and get these. That's what I had that plate for. Ah, well. We're going to go ahead and get these out. Now, the cornstarch, for those of you that may be wondering like, why the cornstarch glows in the flour, if you really want that nice crispy crust, the cornstarch is what's helping to do that. So to any fried recipe, if you can fry your fish, whatever you're doing, you can go ahead and add that cornstarch in it. Now, I'm going to tell you what I do with these. I take mine and I toss them right there in the pot. Go and give them a twist or two and go and replate them. Now, if you want to make these sticky, like you know how they got that, it's not so wet, you throw these in your oven at 350 for about 10 minutes while it's still hot, and it's going, matter of fact, I'm going to do that on the show one of these days because the family bought me one of them little ninja ovens. So I'm going to play with it first, and I'm going to go ahead and try that on the show, let y'all see how the sticky portion of this works. All right. Well, I let that cool because something tell me if I put that in my mouth right now, I'm going to burn it. I'm going to give you, those of you that just chimed in, a recap of the recipe. So today we are doing buttermilk chicken nuggets. At the top part, you see that marinade there. Basically just buttermilk with some seasons in it. We put in some paprika, some garlic powder, some black pepper, and some kosher salt. Then to that, when we fried it, we added in the bread and some flour, cornstarch, paprika, garlic, and a little bit of salt and pepper. Now, for the sauce, real simple sauce. I forget how I know how I came up with that sauce. I got ADD today bad. My cousin Monica, years ago, I may have told this story before. Well, y'all hear it again. Years ago, the year my mama died, so we had my little apartment, and we had went to the store, and we took literally every wing they had in that cabinet. And so my cousin Monica had made this sauce. And so the funny thing about the story is we ran out of wings, and my family gonna always find a way to do a party. I promise you, we ended up going there and taking some pork chops, cutting them into bite-sized pieces. Instead of having hot wings, we had hot pork chops. But the basis of this sauce came off the idea that my cousin Monica had did, and now I'd incorporated with my own little twist on it. All right, let's go ahead and give these a taste. You can I knew it was gonna happen. It's still hot. Definitely tender, definitely moisture. You can taste the flavor all the way through. But I am gonna ask Keontae call him now. Let them know I'll answer my phone when I'm on the show. That's with the sauce, but let's try it without the sauce. I'm trying to burn my mouth off again. Y'all can't really see it, but cooked all the way through. Definitely, matter of fact, when I zoom in just a tad, you can kind of see the juiciness in there. But that's what marinating your chicken does for you. So please, like, you can't marinate no whole turkey, but when y'all frying chicken, go ahead and give it a marinade or a brine before so it'll be nice and tender for you. As always, folks, you know here on Crazy for Meals, we only have those 3 rules. You must have passion, you must have patience, and you must be willing to practice. So until next week, when we hope to come to you with another entertaining meal, please send me your ideas, please send me your comments, your criticism, and we will see y'all next Tuesday right here at 7 o'clock. Love you, folks.